Tell that one-eyed freak if he ever sends you here again, I'm gonna cut out his other eye and feed it to my bird.
Obviously, when I first found out what it was, and I found out that it was going to be set in ancient Greece, I was so overwhelmed and I was so happy. All the bedtime stories, suddenly you're like, oh, you're in that, you're part of that. And it was a culture that I loved, basically, as a teenager and a young adult. So being able to be a character in ancient Greece, it was just the best thing imaginable.
Not only play a Greek character, but to play a Spartan character was just a big honor in my life. I'm from a place called Mani, which is of Spartan heritage, and so it was time to honor my family.
I will make him pay for betraying Sparta.
I went back and watched a lot of the old Assassin's Creed games and which characters I liked and related with, and Ezio was one I really enjoyed, and I wanted to take little bits from what he brought to that character, then bring in the character that I thought Alexios would be.
For me, it was strong female characters that I happen to know, that I've met.
You want war?
The motion capture in itself is really fun. I mean, you get to be a warrior, you get to fight, you get to do lots of really amazing scenes. When you get the scripts, they would have branching dialogues, but sometimes we wouldn't go right to the next choice wheel. You'd have to keep going and then try and come back and pick up where you made a choice.
What arrangement would that be?
The hard bit was to find the spectrum of emotions that this character could possibly have, but at the same time not making them schizophrenic.
It's hot. I'm in a bad mood, and you are going to pay.
You could be aggressive with somebody, you could help them, you could flirt with them, you could ignore them completely.
I'm sure it's possible.
Keeping that in mind while you're doing thousands of hours of dialogue in a voice booth is really complicated. Yeah.
I think what kind of kept it together was saying how they would have dealt with each situation. So once we've solidified what it is that makes his character Kassandra, or what it is that makes him Alexios, then it's much easier to pick up. So after about a month or 2 months, then it started rolling much easier.
I guess I owe Marcos a little visit.
Talk a little bit about what the process was like working with Michael and you know, crafting these characters side by side with one another.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal experience because he's here, isn't he? I felt you creeping up somewhere.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You want
Kassandra
to
would
do-
kick Alexios' ass.
You think?
That's the truth.
You think?
I know so.
Okay. I'm not very sure, but okay, if this is what you believe,
Well,
then we'll stick with
kick
this.
my ass.
Okay. In the battle of wits, definitely.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey, available now.